Sprouted Dreams. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm trying to get set up for my first live, and I wanted to show you some of the hair accessories I've been working on, and we're going to demonstrate them here on Carrie. She's my little mannequin here, and she's so helpful. So some of these, they're all made, but some are in my Etsy shop now, and some are not. That's because it's just really difficult to get all the proper tags and titles and descriptions, and Etsy's back end requires a lot of process. So I like to make each one is unique and handcrafted. So we're going to get started with number one here. This one is not yet in the shop. I just wanted to show you, these are all handcrafted wood hair forks. And I do have one slide, but most of them are forks. And they have this beautiful differentiation because they are from nature. And I really like to use these in hair because the modern pieces of hair accessories contain plastic. And I'm trying to get away from plastic in my own life. And it's really nice to have something so simple like this very straight one. This one is made of sycamore, and this is going to be number one in the collection. It is not out yet. This is called the Ever Collection, and that one is just really unique because of its simplicity. So it would be great for a basic outfit, a pair of jeans. You could even take that like to the beach with you, stick it up in the sand. And this one as well. This one has kind of a like a little flip here at the end and a very straight form, but it has this beautiful grain in here. And I seal all of these with a hard wax seal, and that's because I have made in the past, my shop has been focused on fairy doors and fairy garden accessories, and that's always fun and cute, but I wanted to get away from the varnishes I was using. And, you know, the more I get away from them, the more I don't want to go back. So I'm trying to really sort of have more of myself included in the shop. Look how you can use these little straight ones. They look great in a smaller, let's see if I can zoom you in a little bit. There. A smaller little bun like that. So you could have this like a little updo. So these little straight ones are really great for that. Almost all of my forks are, lost my train of thought. My forks are made with a straighter shape, or they're made with what's coming up next. These are in the shop right now. These are buckwheat. And can you see the beautiful shape to these and the color? I'm trying to show you really close. These come out, they start like this. Let me show you. When you get a buckwheat piece, they come out like this. And then I carve and sand and whittle them down until this one will probably have a little flip, or maybe I will make this into one of the curved ones. I'm not really sure, but what does it say there? You guys, I have no idea. Haven't gone live before. This is it. So if you're watching later, you're probably getting the better deal because I have no idea what I'm doing. But anyway, this is the sort of shape that I've been doing lately, and it's been really neat because they hold the hair so beautifully. But when you take this down and sand it and create it into something like this, it really gives this beautiful reddish and tan color, and in the deep recesses there's almost black. So it's really pretty, and these just slide through the hair so beautifully. So you could definitely like flip your head over and do a super messy bun like this and just go right through, and that will hold because it has that beautiful curve to it. And so it just goes right alongside your head. And I really like the natural feel of these pieces because that's what you really want to put in your body. If you haven't watched that Netflix special, the plastic one with the plastic everywhere, it's very eye-opening. All right, that was 303. This is 304. That last one is in the shop. This one is also in the shop. This is one of my really exquisite buckwheat hair forks. Look at that thing. The twist and curve, good. You can see the grain really well in there. So these are just beautiful, one of a kind pieces. And these are my premium hair forks, but totally worth it. And really, if you keep these oiled with a little bit of hard wax like I use, or you could even use mineral oil if you choose to do that, um, they would last for decades. You could give them to your children or grandchildren. And I also try to keep my packaging also eco-friendly, and so I use coffee dyed paper. Look how nice that holds. It still isn't really close enough, is it? Let's scoot you up, people. See if we can get this up a little bit more. There we are. So, hello. I'm so glad somebody's here. Hooray! Yay! I haven't gone live before, so I'm really glad to have you. But these hair forks are just, they are unique. When you hold them, you know that they were alive and they were a growing thing, rather than the plastic stuff like I was saying. And plastic sits on your skin. When you put it in your hair, it's sitting against your scalp. And so you really don't want to have that there because your skin can absorb. So that one is in the shop right now. And I have these named, but I forgot the list, so forgive me. Let's see, number 4. I've lost number 4. Okay, we'll move on. This one is number 5. This one is a cottonwood piece. Very basic, and its price reflects this simplicity, but this would be great for a boho outfit, a pair of jeans, a day at the beach, a Ren fair, awesome, or any type of reenactment. Perhaps you do some reenactments, and that is a great way to use these. Hello, welcome. Are you guys trying to go plastic free? Have you watched that video? It is kind of incredible. Now look, I did the messiest bun ever on that, and I just slice this through and it will hold. And that's because of this super basic shape. So this looks like you're kind of, oh, this one's kind of plain and boring, but the hairstyles that you can do with it are more exquisite. So you could kind of pile that up. You could even go from the bottom like this and then twist it around. Look at that, because it's so smooth. Look at that. Super messy, but it holds. Like, this is not coming out. So that's why the straighter pieces are really unique and fun in their own way. So that one is awesome. Cottonwood. Now, this one is sycamore, and it has a beautiful crown to it. Look at that. It has 1, 2, 3 knobs on the crown. So what's great about that, it has a little bit of a curve, so it will kind of hug your head. But also, what's nice with these is that when they have this kind of bulb on the end, they are really easy to apply because you have kind of a handle like that. And let's kind of take a side twist here with this one, because again, with this straighter shape, you can get kind of more creative with the way that you're twisting your hair. And so that's really fun too. So you can go kind of sideways like this. Whoop, that one drooped. That's all right. All right, well, all right. So it wasn't perfect. We'll try it again. It is so hot today. Are you guys having the bad weather I heard about, or what? It was cold this morning, and now I'm sweating out here. Look at that. And I love the way the crown sort of sits up above the rest. Let's see if I can get this to go really well here. I'm going to try to get through all. I have 20 pieces in this collection, and it's really been interesting and fun to name them. And I've had such a good time. But like I said, I forgot the piece. I forgot the piece of paper that has them all named, but they all have the name Ever in them. So ever true, everlasting, evergreen, evermore, nevermore, never fail. Oh, I love that. I was supposed to be going on the side, wasn't I? All right, let's do it on the side. Come on, Carrie. Twist your hair on the side. Well, that is going to be super messy, but that's what I said you can do. So look at that. Hey, and it still looks great. And what's nice is this doesn't fall. And so here's the deal. When you have the little pieces of elastic, the the little scrunchies or uh, the bands coated with that material, um, those have elastic inside, which are petroleum based. And I have looked into getting some rubber based elastic, which you can get, but it's pricier, and rubber is a natural material, and so it degrades. So that's like, it's kind of a trade off. Like, you want the elastic for a scrunchie. So I'm kind of trying to wrap my head around that. I mean, what would you like to have? Do you want to put the plastic in your hair, the petroleum in the elastic? Because I think that upcycling used elastic would be a good way to repurpose. But on the other hand, I don't want that plastic. So think about that. All right, now we're moving into the fairy wood. I have no idea what this stuff is. I've looked it up. I kind of don't want to know. It's my secret weapon. But the bushes here, when they die, have this amazing twist to them. So this is the fairy wood. Now, it does not have that beautiful red color that the buckwheat does, but look at the grain pattern in there. And so this one is just amazing. And you want to kind of show more of that, more of the fork when you are putting that type of beautiful piece in your hair. So these ones I kind of use either with a braid, or you could twist, but if you put like a braid in your hair, these will definitely hold when you wrap it around. So you could go up and through and then let that kind of show, because it's really pretty. And so that way you can kind of show the beautiful fork and less of your hair covers it. But what's nice with these is they work well with finer hair. If you have very thin hair, these will hold because of the different grain patterns. Where's my skew? Okay. That is 7. All right. I have always said, you're going to think I'm crazy, but this one, if this one doesn't sell, I'm keeping it. This one is also of the fairy wood, but look, it looks like it has a little heart in there. It has this beautiful grain color, and the feel of this piece is so wonderful. When you hold it, I love this piece. It's amazing. I think it's adorable, and it has that nice little knob, and look how small. Like, so let's try a braid here. I'm just going to throw together a really, really fast braid, and then you watch. You can just throw it in like that, and then do we want to go around? Maybe. And you can just pop that thing right through, and look at that. It is just simple and easy. And you could put that up on top of your head. If it was really hot, you could kind of get this to swirl up on top, grab some of that hair, and then bring it back around. So it makes more of a spiral to the braid, and it's messy, but everybody likes a messy bun, so it's totally fine. But this gets it completely up off of your head. So this one is not yet in the shop. All of these will be in my Etsy shop, and I'll put I think the link is in there. This is my first live, give me a break. But these will all be in stages today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. But if you see one you like, be sure to check, because when it's gone, it's gone. There's never going to be another one like that. So this one is more of the fairy wood. This is E309. Now, if you look at this one, this had some splitting here at the top when I was carving it. So sometimes that happens. If you look at the original pieces, hang on. So sometimes you might start with a piece like this, and you get to where you're carving it, and pieces will crack. And so what I do, I used to do it with epoxy, which I don't do anymore, because again, I want natural things on my skin. I'm assuming you do too. So you put in a wood glue, and that is eco-friendly and safe for the environment, safe for your skin. And so that has a little bit of a shine in there. Can you see that? And so this piece is another fairy wood piece, absolutely gorgeous. Again, these have points, which could be used for other things if you get in trouble, but don't give them to kids, not for children. So keep that in mind. They may take it from you at the TSA. It's happened. So keep that in mind. So this one is another really beautiful fairywood piece. Should we keep the braid? Maybe we should go a low braid. Oh, look at that one. Yeah, let's do that. That is beautiful. Uh-oh, the sun's peeking through here. I'm trying to get this done before the sun comes through this oak tree that's above me here. This is my my ranch. My husband and I, we've been here for 30 years. And we have 22 acres here in the high desert, and I love it here. So this is kind of a different video for me because usually I'm talking more about my compost or kombucha or water kefir or how I make bread or grind wheat. So keep that in mind. It's all part of making your home and your health the sort of atmosphere that you want from nature. But that doesn't mean you can't do it like from a dorm room or a little apartment or anywhere, really. I mean, I want to encourage you that making little changes like what you put in your hair or the types of clothing that you wear, it's all super important just to build that sort of life that you want. And that's important to me, and it's how I live. So if you want to check out some of my other videos, those are definitely in there. Okay, here's a cottonwood one. This one has a lot more knots in it than the previous one, and a nice little bit of grain pattern there. And this one, sometimes the cottonwood gets that kind of green color in there. Do you see that? So it's kind of beige and green. And this is another one of those super basic straight ones. I'm gonna brush Carrie's hair. And I like that, like I mentioned, because you can really do a lot with these. Let's see if we can get something up higher and kind of just get it where her sides is up off of her head. So if you have a hot day, you could kind of do a little messy bun up top like that. And these little straight hair forks work great for that. Should we go to something different? You want to see the one slide because it's super, super cool. We will have to do a braid for that. Let me show you this one. And this one I happen to remember. This is the Evermoon piece because it's the highlight of the whole collection, honestly. Look at the shape of this piece. Absolutely breathtaking. It is the fairywood, and it has that kind of crescent moon shape. Watch. This thing is magical. The way that it holds your hair is so simple. It's kind of amazing. You can just literally push that through because of the shape, and it will hold. Look at that. And it kind of, yeah, you could put it up, you can put it down. Like I did that as messy as possible. Let's put a little effort into it, shall we? But you can put this in almost any direction as long as it gets that hold. And then you can turn it upside down if you would like. Oh dear, Carrie. Your hair is getting funky, girl. Funky. Carrie has synthetic hair, so it gets very frizzy, and I'm trying to get it back in condition, but I haven't been able to. Synthetic hair is very different from human hair. Okay. Now, if you have, oh my gosh, and then her head falls off. Ah! Okay. Well, that didn't go so good. Carrie, pull it together, girlfriend. All right. Well, welcome to my live show. Head falls off the mannequin. What can I say? All right. Well, slightly a horror show. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Try it again. Gosh, you were so dressed up so nice. There. Let's see if we can get her scarf back on. You gonna stay? That's what I love to do the lives here because I have the beautiful background. But it's hard to do outside with the lighting and stuff, so I don't know. The next one, maybe I'll try it indoors instead. We're kind of losing the proper lighting. All right, we're gonna go for one more with the Evermoon. Okay. It's because her hair is so hard to deal with. There we go. And just through and then up. And then, like I said, you can turn this down if you'd like to have it down. You could even turn it sideways so it's more like a moon. And it just holds that hair so beautifully. It's really, absolutely one of my favorite pieces of the whole collection. So that is super cool. Now, I will also show you this beautiful fairywood piece. This one has an angle to it. So, oh, the wind's picking up. You're going to shake a little. This is nice if you have hair that's very thick or you have dreads in it, because this kind of bend helps it to hold the sort of bun or twist. Don't shake, dude. It's just a little wind. If you have curly or dreaded hair, take a look at this. Absolutely gorgeous shape and color. And I really love this kind of little pattern here on the crown. This one also has a bit of wood glue. I'm so sorry about the shaking. It's the wind. It blows every day at 1 o'clock here. It's like 11. It came early. I'm sorry. So this one is really pretty. And again, just beautiful in the hair. Let's try something off to this side. See if I can twist. I kind of get in a habit of twisting one way, and you'll find that with your own hair. And that's kind of good for your brain too. If you twist your hair always in one pattern, try twisting it the other direction, and that's kind of good for your mind. It's almost like writing with your opposite, your non-dominant hand. Try twisting your hair from the other way. It gives your brain kind of a workout. Okay, where's my skew? There it is. And this one is so pretty. Basic one. These are very inexpensive. They are like around $10 when they have this super basic shape. So this one is sycamore, and it has this rust coloration to it, kind of spalting and knot pattern at the top, and this butter smooth, so smooth. It feels like it may not even have been on a tree. It's so smooth. This one is wonderful. So again, very simple way that you can start using a hair fork if you've never used one before. Absolutely easy, and you can weave this through more than once. So you could kind of grab hair from many different directions that way. There goes Harry. Carrie, your head is gonna... Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. There. Okay. So see how nice that holds? It's just really, really pretty. I absolutely love that one. That one is not in the shop yet, but that one will be going in tonight for sure. All right, here is another spectacular one. This is called the Nevermore, because your hair will never more fall out with this beautiful S shape. This again is the fairywood. Absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful. And these are all hand sanded and hand hard waxed. In case you didn't hear me say it, these do not have any kind of varnish that's bad for the environment or for your skin. It won't gum up in your hair. It has just a beautiful feel to it and a slightly satin shine. They are a little bit shiny, but not, you know, glaring. So this one is the same as the Evermoon, because it holds with just amazing staying power. And as you saw in that piece of buckwheat that I picked up earlier that is just resourced, I guess I can't double twist. Okay. I haven't made it yet, but you have to go out and really find those pieces. So for me, that's kind of the fun part of the whole process, is being able, now here I said it was going to hold, and Carrie's hair is not cooperating, is going out and finding those special pieces. My husband and I went back that way a couple of weeks back, and oh my gosh, I thought I was going to lose my husband. He fell down the side of the hill there, rocks and my husband and everything falling. I was out to get buckwheat. About killed him. but he was okay. Just terrible, though. Scared me to pieces. Okay. Now you can see it. I was trying to do a super messy one so you could see how easy it was, but then it didn't cooperate with me. But this one is so beautiful in there. Is that the most amazing thing? Can you see that? And you could, of course, twist it the other way. Oh, just absolutely. Honestly, you could wear this if you were doing a wedding. I mean, it holds so well. I think this with baby's breath stuck in there, if you had a really neat boho wedding, it would totally work. Very special piece. Absolutely love it. More fairy wood. And I'm losing my skews. Okay, hold on. I know where that one goes. Okay. Let me braid this up and I will show you the slide. I forgot the name of this. I'm terrible with names. And when I'm trying to name so many of them, I was just pleased that I could come up with 20 with the name Ever in there. So there is Evermore and Nevermore and Evergreen and Everflow, and I just think it's fun. I don't think anybody really looks at the names, but I think they're special. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to be braiding. Silly me. So on this one, if you have long hair, this one is spectacular. It's a slide, which means you have a pin like this, and then you have a main slide piece. I have many of these made with leather, but this one is wood. It's sycamore, and then the pin is made to go through specifically on this piece. And that just goes through your braid or your ponytail, and this absolutely does not come out. Absolutely beautiful. And you can have a low braid like this. You could put it up higher. Just a wonderful way to kind of hold your hair without any type of elastic or plastic, anything like that. The pin can be inserted from either side, this way or this way. Beautiful piece. One of a kind. Love that one. And then I will show you this one and we'll call it a day. I'm going to get a sip. It is really hot here in the high desert. I have some water kefir with some sparkling water and lemon. And it's nice and warm so you can start really cranking out the water kefir. A lot of people don't know that you can do water kefir. Most people do milk kefir or lactose kefir. Anyway, I don't do that. I do the water and kombucha, which is really nice, good for your gut health. And once you get the little grains growing, they multiply like little, what's it was on Star Trek? The Tribbles. Tribbles? Is that what they were? They made so many of them. That's the water kefir. They bounce and jump. They're really fun. Okay, let's look at one more, wherever I'm at. Oh, yes. This one is going in. This one is going in today also. I have these all complete. It just takes so long to get everything uploaded. This is a fairy wood, actually, although it doesn't have that deep grain that the others have. But it has that unique spalting color through the top and this nice fork where, again, it's a nice place to grab so that you can easily insert it in any which direction. I'm not sure if that's bringing it in. There we go. So see the beautiful coloration all along the shaft. It's just a great piece, and it has this little curve here, which I like because that's going to hold it against your head, and this is great for curly hair too. I'm going to just throw that up really quick. And these ship all gift wrapped so that they're ready for gift giving. And look at how nice that holds against the head. I really like that that does that. Let's twist this a little bit more. Sounds like somebody's shooting back there. Yep. I was trying to get a live done without somebody running their well or shooting. Did I succeed in that? No. Okay. Here we go. beautiful. So keep that in mind if you have never worn hair forks before, and these can be used as a shawl pin as well. If you wear shawls, it's too hot for that now, but if you have shawls, this would hold your shawl as well. So that's another way to use your hair forks in winter if you want. But thank you so much for coming, and I hope that you enjoyed just seeing a little demonstration of how I make these. And again, like, they start out as just basic branches like this, and then I cut them down, I sand them repeatedly with smaller and smaller sandpaper, you know, the higher number, so that it gets smoother and smoother, and then hard wax sealed. And I think it's a wonderful way to hold your hair. But if you want to see more homesteading tips and all that sort of thing, please come back to the channel. I'd love to have you, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, take care.